Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you come into the room, drop your crowns and your elephants and let me know where you're watching from. I know, Erika's in front of me. What's going on, everyone in the chat? I appreciate you all being here. Of course, this is our weekly Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap. If you missed it last night, we had a live watch party on my TikTok, and we commented, we watched last night's episode, and even rewound a few times just because we had to rewatch the craziness that is this one. But before we get into Erika Jayne and her mess, we got to talk about Bethenny Frankel. It's Beverly Hills related. And I just saw someone post that she's backtracked just a little bit on what she said. But let's get into what Bethenny Frankel said recently about Tom Girardi and Dennis, the late Dennis. You know, her fiance, the love of her life. We got a whole season of her just really going through it after the loss of him. Well, hold on. We get the. Let me take a sip. Let's get into what page 6 is saying about this. And shout out to you guys that always are sending me tea. I appreciate it. I can't even keep up with the amount of tea. If you missed it, we posted already 3 new videos today. This is our first live of the day. And of course, this is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But before we get into that, let's talk about this story. Bethenny Frankel. So according to page 6, I love how they're using quotes from from Roni. She's mentioning it all. She's mentioning it all. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Shout out. Hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Sass, let me tell you something. Kempire, please stop bringing on the same people. Would love to hear what others have to say and not the same calls all the time. Sass, I let whoever calls in, even if you don't agree with me. So if you have something to say, call in. I don't pick and choose who I call. One person picks up, next person. There's no order to it. It's the same people that call in. Feel free to call in if you have something to say. And as Darren just said, it's my channel. If I did want to pick and choose who called in, I could do that, but I don't. And if you've been here a while, you know I try to take everyone's call to the point where I had to put up a timer because everyone loves to talk, and I appreciate it. All right. Anyways, every once in a while I have time, but I did want to respond to that because I think that was, worth responding to. Just saying. Lord, see how people think things and they don't realize what they're talking about? Let's get into this. Bethenny Frankel. According to page 5, Bethenny Frankel claims that she's known about Tom Girardi's financial woes for years, as he allegedly owed her late ex, Dennis Shields, $500,000. Okay? On the late, it's so funny. I was just about to delete Bethenny Frankel's podcast from my podcast because I was just like, I wasn't interested anymore, to be honest with you. I literally today, I had looked at the podcast and I was going to delete it. And you guys texted me and said, this story just came out. And I was like, oh my God, I was just about to delete her podcast. So in the latest episode of her podcast from today, she said she met the disgraced lawyer at a lawyer's conference a few years ago. Frankel claimed that she talked to Girardi at the time about how his then wife, Erika Jayne, was flaunting their wealth on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, bragging about everything from the $50,000 she'd spent on glam to owning 2 private planes. Bethenny says this, my experience is, especially with the housewives, if someone's flaunting their money, they don't really have it. Damn, this is why we miss Bethenny. After that meeting, Bethenny claimed that Shields, her then, the late Dennis, told her that Girardi owed him money. This is her quote. He owes me $500,000. I know this other guy, he owes $1.5 million. He doesn't have money. He owes everybody money. Damn. Frankel said she was confused about how Erika Jayne could fly around on private jets, to which Shields allegedly responded, It's because he's using people's money to support her lifestyle. He's using the company's money to support her lifestyle. If you know Bethenny is not one of those people, because we love to be critical of everyone. Bethenny is not a clout chaser like that. She wouldn't say this if it was true. Let me get back into this. So she also says that Dennis Shields also allegedly said that Girardi's debt, quote, aggravates everybody, adding that the then powerhouse attorney couldn't say no to Erika Jayne. She also claimed that she discovered back in May of 2018 that Girardi's financial issues were, quote, worst kept secret in Los Angeles. Wait. Worst kept secret in Los Angeles lawyers' circle. Adding, it was a thing. I'm looking at you, California bar. Because you're not telling me that the California bar, when all these attorneys are talking about it, the California bar had no idea, despite having many complaints over the last 4 decades. Frankel claimed she discovered, again, I'm going to read, if you guys are just joining us, Bethenny Frankel, formerly from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, says that her late fiance, Dennis Shields, revealed to her that Tom Girardi owed him personally $500,000 and another friend $1.5 million. $1.5 million. And basically everyone knew. Everyone knew. And that his company, Girardi Keese, his law firm, was paying for her lifestyle. Okay? That's just what happens. Things take a long time to come out, Bethenny said. They all knew about it. So Bethenny went on to claim that she notified Andy Cohen. So all the comments you guys say, all the comments that you guys say about Andy and about Bravo and how they're supporting the crookery. Back to this. So she went on to claim that she notified Andy Cohen about Girardi and Erika Jayne's finances shortly after her discovery. This was years ago at this point. 2018, I think she said she was told this. However, it wasn't until the news broke that the Bravo head allegedly told Frankel, "Holy ish, you really do know it all. You told me about this years ago. I knew about this since 2017, and this all came out in 2020." As you already know, the Girardi Keese law firm now owes over $101 million to creditors. Okay? Last November, Tom Girardi, he was sued by a class action law firm on behalf of the Lion Air Flight 610 victims who alleged he and his soon-to-be ex-wife had embezzled money through their sham divorce. As you all already know, just last month, Erika Jayne was sued for $25 million because it was discovered charges that were made seemingly for services for herself. Okay. That she was accused of spending millions of dollars allegedly given to her company, EJ Global, which she says she had no involvement. She says that company she had no control over that company. Okay. But let's go to Twitter. Because I hear you guys say that she's now backtracking on her story, which maybe somebody, are y'all threatening Bethenny? We're live, y'all. So let's go. Let's go to Bethenny's Twitter. All right. All right. Oh, damn, Beth. Why are you backtracking? Just mention it all and just let it be that. Look, let it be that. How can you backtrack from what you just said? How can you backtrack from this? So this is what Bethenny tweeted 12 minutes ago. Shout out to you guys for keeping me in the loop. I'm so glad I saw that message in the chat. If you guys are just joining us, we're talking about Bethenny Frankel on her podcast, revealing that Tom Girardi allegedly owed her late fiance, Dennis Shields, over $500,000, and that it was a known secret amongst the lawyer circles in California that he didn't have any money, that he owed everybody, and that he was doing all of this to keep up the lifestyle for Erika Jayne. So Bethenny retweeted this, the report talking about what she said on her podcast. This is why I love Bethenny. She sees the writing on the wall. Bethenny retweets and says this. This combo was on the pitfalls of showing wealth, the terms of being canceled, and how truth takes time to surface regarding her ex, whom I knew well. I have a good rapport with Erika Jayne and respect her work ethic. The pod wasn't about her, as I don't speak on what I don't know. I don't get that, Bethenny. I don't understand. I guess that's why people feel like she's backtracking. I just read your quotes. I don't know what you're trying to say now, but I just read your quotes. Quotes from your pod. Should we play the podcast next? No, we're not going to play the podcast because we have a recap to do. You said what you said. You said what you said. Let me just say thank. I don't want to lose these super chats in StreamYard. Jesus, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, I think freaking fraud have new title holders. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jesus. Muriel, thank you so much for the super chat. Just for the hearts. Hearts back to you. All right, guys. Shout out to my mod. Shout out to our Team Kempire members. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, it's very easy. Head on over to teamkempire.com or click the join button if you're watching from your PC or Mac. TikTok, I appreciate you all being here as well. Bethenny always got some tea. People are saying in the chat. Another person says, Tom went to a lot of trouble to keep EJ happy considering the claims that he had other women. Sus. This story just gets, there's so many twists and turns to this Erika Jayne story and this new Bethenny portion. Bethenny backtracking that way on social media. Bethenny, I don't know what you're saying, because what you said in your podcast makes no sense to what you're saying on Twitter. I think she probably got calls from people, probably at Bravo, probably Andy texted her, girl, you threw me under the bus. This doesn't look good. Sorry, Andy. Now we know the truth. You knew about this years ago, and you've kept this woman on the show. A legal liability for Bravo and your franchise. Hope it was worth it. Let's move on. Let's get into this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap. As you know, we do this weekly here on the channel. I'm your boy, TheKempire. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. I see you guys. I love when, before I even come in, you guys are already going back and forth on the episode. Let's start at the top. Dorit invites the ladies to a special dinner where she's going to debut her new Dorit and Nectavia, right? Oh, I can't remember. Sorry. Poor thing was stuck in Australia where it's safe. Look where it's safe from this pandemic. So she wasn't able to make it. We will talk about that party in a second, but I thought the way that Dorit did it was lovely. Sending that guy to everyone's home with that beautiful invitation as if it really was a wedding. I thought it was classy. I got to give credit when credit's due. I thought it was really beautiful. Garcelle flirting with him. I was like, Garcelle. We'll get to Garcelle dating in a second. Dorit's planning this party. Her rented home is beautiful. I know it's rented, but it's still a really beautiful space. A very beautiful space that can host a wedding. Who knew? But it's raining in California. It's raining in Los Angeles. Apparently, it doesn't rain in Los Angeles ever. And when it does, you guys lose your mind. Because every time it rains in Los Angeles, I feel like anyone I know that lives there makes a big deal about it. Damn, y'all don't get rain like that. So how do y'all? Oh, that's why you guys have the fires and stuff. Okay, now it makes sense. Never mind. All right. Spa day at Kathy's. All right. Let's talk about the spa day at Kathy's. Hold on, y'all. Because at the top of the episode, I didn't expect for us to have that story. First of all, Kathy howling with her dog. She's Kathy. But Kathy, I got to call you out. Because yes, you invited Renna, Kyle, and Erika, but you didn't invite Garcelle after you didn't go to her event. And based on what we're hearing, you did not call to let her know that you weren't coming. So the least you could have done, as a way to make up, first of all, to apologize, come to the spa thing. It's been a nice little treat for all of us. This is why Garcelle keeps saying she doesn't feel like she's a part of the group. This is why. Oh, yeah, Root King. Thank you so much, Root King. I forgot that. See the things you forget. I forgot that. It never rains in Southern California. Tony. Yeah, I forgot. You're right. Exactly. Shady. I thought that was shady. Well, look, we love Kathy. But I'm still going to call you out, Kathy. I feel like, first of all, you should apologize to Garcelle for not coming to the Haitian dinner. And a way to make up for that, Garcelle, come on over, especially because she's already been alluding that she doesn't feel like she's a part of the group. And I'm not surprised. And we can get into that probably next week and maybe at the end of this conversation, why it's very different for Garcelle versus a Crystal. We will get into that. But she should have invited her to the spa day. I would have loved the spa day. Can I go to a spa day? I love a good facial, especially with some Reiki. If you guys don't know what Reiki is, get into it. That is some healing stuff right there. So I thought that was really nice. But this is where we get the story. We get this story that seems so random. Kyle is all of us. Kyle's facial expressions. Look, I know we can't stand Kyle, but hold on, y'all. I have so many pictures here, I can't even keep up. Kyle's facial expressions. Kyle is us, because when Erika tells us this story that Tom's home, that's how she described it, Tom's home was burglarized. He confronted the burglar. And then had to go to the hospital. Her son went there, and then the car tumbled 5 times. And Kyle is us. She's like, what? Wait. This what happened? Yeah, we still don't know. And then someone commented on my TikTok, shout out to my TikTok, saying that it is true that what Erika is saying is true. It did happen. There's a police report. Okay, so the police report is describing all of this. Lisa Rinna was on Watch What Happens Live last night saying, well, she called me right after it happened, and it made sense when she said it to me. If you heard a day in my life, then you would think it was kind of crazy too. Rinna, what does Erika have on you? What does she have on you? This is absurd. Behavior. Rinna, speaking of Rinna, she did apologize and say that she has to right that wrong with Denise Richards. Oh, how convenient when Denise is no longer on the show. Very convenient, Rinna. But I need to know, what does Erika Jayne have on you? This is a very different Lisa Rinna than we've ever seen on this show. And we'll get to Lisa at Dorit's party and how she didn't defend Garcelle again, because you believe Garcelle was nitpicking at Dorit. Dorit keeps deflecting. Everything that she says that Garcelle's doing is exactly who Dorit is, trying to always have a moment. That's what she's accusing Garcelle of. I'm skipping ahead, but you get the point. So she tells her this crazy story at Kathy's house, and she's just like, this is unbelievable. She says this in her confessional. Kyle says this in her confessional. This story is unbelievable. And as I said in my recap, my under a minute recap, if you don't follow me on TikTok, you get under a minute recaps of this. I said it's unbelievable, Kyle, because it's a lie. I don't care if there's a police report. People have been alleging for quite some time that the burglary was very convenient timing, When you're losing everything, oh, why not have someone steal things and hide them for you? Did we ever find out who the burglar was? Did we? Or did they tumble down the cliff too? Just wondering. Asking for a friend. I love how Erika told Kyle that the car flipped 5 times, and then by the time that story got to Dorit at their house, it was 6 times. You see how things you see how things just change when you hear it third hand. Hold on, let me get this super chat before, because I'm already losing all of the. Look, I think I've already lost it. Come on. Yeah, I did lose it already. OB, I'm going to get the super chat here. Hold on, y'all. Let me just get the super chat because the chat is going, and I appreciate you guys having conversations. Obi, thank you so much for the super chat. Ooh. Obi says, you had everyone up in arms today. You made a little comment that went everywhere. OF. They're coming for me. Let me just say that they're coming for me, but I'm ready. Garcelle. Obi, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. We're going to talk about what Garcelle said, and I feel for Garcelle, and I think the only reason why people probably won't be able to relate to Garcelle, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. So she tells her this crazy story. Kyle does not believe this story. Understandably, because let's break. We're body language experts. We're body language experts. Okay, let's break. I really should have broke down like the body. I should have taken pictures of the different moments. When she was telling the story, when Erika Jayne was telling the story, she looked away. She stopped before she got into it. There was complete silence. And then she runs down the list of what happened. Girl, that is not believable. If you're going to be a liar, you need to do better. 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 Oh, I got candy corn in my pocket. If you know me, and you all will get to know me, this is my season. This is my season. I love candy corn. Happy Halloween. I was already looking at decor for the background. Stay tuned. Random. I'm random. Her body language, she didn't look at Kyle when she was telling her the details. And then when Kyle was asking questions, that's when she would look at her. Her body language tells me she's lying. Your body. We'll get back to Erika. Erika. That's the latest title of yes, Team Candy Corn, Nicole. Yes. I know a lot of people don't like it. Garcelle meets with her dating coach, I guess. Is that what we're going to call this woman? So they finally found a man for Garcelle. Garcelle does reveal in this episode that she's not looking to get married again. None of them are looking to remarry again, including Erika Jayne. Unless he's rich, I'm sure. So, I know. I really did have an old man moment right there. Why do I have random candy in my pocket? Look, I don't care. Good. Exactly. Cray said, the lies. What is going on? So Garcelle is trying to find a boo. And I really want Garcelle to find a man. I do. Because if you listen to Garcelle's podcast is really good. Garcelle is just naturally funny. It's like less than, it's not even, it's like a half-hour podcast. She has some of the housewives that come on it. Her friends come on it. They talk about sex and all those different things. It's very, very entertaining. Garcelle is entertaining. Garcelle deserves a good man because she is just genuine. So when Dorit says to her that she is trying to have a moment, she's not genuine. I'm like, really? You, Dorit? I bet you know 4 languages. She's like, good for you. I love Garcelle. And I've said it many times. Garcelle doesn't have a storyline, but Garcelle still is so entertaining to watch on the show. She's still very much entertaining to watch on the show. And I really do hope that Garcelle finds a man. I really do. I really, really do. Let's move on. That was Garcelle has a guy that she's looking to date. They lined someone up. We didn't get to see his face. All we saw was his body. I mean, body's great, y'all. Look, I've had some of the most sexiest people in the world. But when it comes down to it, if the personality is not there, you're going to get bored. Unless you're just looking for a wham, bam, thank you, man. But Garcelle, that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for love. You're looking for a relationship. So it's got to be more than just the body. Okay. Let's move on. Crystal's renovating her basement. Crystal is part of what we like about Beverly Hills. People with actual money that don't know what to do with it. So, you know what? Let's do the basement. Let's turn the basement into something spectacular. For anything, we need Crystal to come back so we can see the basement once it's done. I told you guys you're not going to like Crystal. I told you guys from the beginning that you were not going to like Crystal. But you didn't believe me. But I like her for the show. I think she's good. I think she has potential to be good. You know who I predict for next season if she does come back? Her and Renna might go up against each other. Even though she is sort of a pick-me, wants to fit in with the Fox Force 5. But I wouldn't mind. I think she would be a formidable. Don't sleep on Crystal. Don't sleep on Crystal. So Crystal's renovating her basement. She's spending $500,000 down there. But she's a smart cookie. She's frugal. Rhobh is the one who likes to spend money, but she's more frugal. She likes to invest in things that will have value later on, including her bags. And I've heard that. I've heard that before. I don't have bags, so. Anyways, that was a very small part of the show. It was boring. But the most interesting part was this. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let me take this off. Let's go here. Is this it? Hold on, y'all. No, not that dinner. Let's go to this dinner. Let's go to this dinner. They PK. First of all, I truly enjoy the natural friendship that Dorit and Kyle have, that little sister kind of vibe. They really do. They seem to have like this sister vibe. But this, we've said last week and again this week, PK is the one making the most sense. PK is the one really speaking up. I'm sorry, this Mauricio laughing. I know Mauricio must have been high. Mauricio, were you high? But Mauricio this happy? The joke that they made? Because in the kitchen, Kyle tells Dorit the story. So Dorit, when she comes out of the kitchen, tells PK the story. And PK is like, what? What? But one of the important things that PK said, and I didn't really think of this until PK said it, go figure, is that Tom was so controlling that even in a divorce, he's still controlling Erika. I can see that. I can honestly see that. I can see her still being manipulated. And who knows what's manipulating her? It could be him. It could be the money. It could be a variety of things. He could be like, you know what? You like this lifestyle? You want to continue with this lifestyle? You better play this game. Allegedly. Here's what you need to do. And all of you have called in and speculated on this as well. All of you have said, you know what? I think they're still working together. I think they still communicate. We go back to what we were saying before at the very top of this episode, where she talks about him going to the hospital. Everyone's wondering, how did you know he went to the hospital? Is she communicating with him through her son? Maybe not on burner phones, but through her son. That's how she's getting information. And everyone wants to know, does it snow in California? We still want to know too. Even Andy Cohen was asking that last night. Sidebar, I used to love Sarah Paulson. After last night, Sarah Paulson, I'm looking at you. Are you done? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But Sarah Paulson, are you as dumb as your characters that you play? I used to love Sarah Paulson though, but after last night's episode, Andy decided to say, oh, Sarah Paulson really wanted to do Watch What Happens Live, but it had to be with Lisa Rinna because he saw in the comments everyone saying, why is Lisa Rinna coming back? She was just there a couple of weeks ago. How convenient. Sarah Paulson wanted her there. Alice, hold on. Alice says Sarah played herself. Look, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but her justification for some of the responses and questions that were posed to her, I was just like, interesting. Interesting. And I'm not expecting Sarah Paulson to be like, Erika's wrong. But again, here we are having a conversation about this, and no one is mentioning the victims. According to Lisa Rinna, she's still waiting on more information. Sounding like Nicki Minaj. She want to do her own research. Lisa Rinna, what does she have on you? And don't tell me it's friendship because you're loyal to no one besides Harry Hamlin. And even that's shaky. So PK, Dorit, Mauricio, and Kyle have a good laugh at the expense of Erika Girardi. Erika Girardi reposted someone's comments on how Kyle is two-faced, and she said, this was fun to watch. Look, I get it. Especially if you consider someone a friend and then you watch a reality show and they're laughing at you when you thought they were supporting you. I get that. That is disappointing. That is disappointing. But let's be real, Erika. You know none of these women are your friends. They're your coworkers. You guys, every new season you start, oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. Yeah, I haven't seen you since the last taping. I haven't seen you since the reunion because we're not really friends. Sorry, I get real. Look. Sorry. I really got into this. It's because I love the damn... This season's good. But let's be real. Let's be real. The seasons before this, before last season, a couple of seasons, Beverly Hills was losing it. Beverly Hills was losing it. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. And yes, it's Erika Jayne's story carrying the season. But as I said multiple times, and Salt Lake City, I hope you guys did it too. It's because of people like Sutton and Garcelle, and every once in a while, Dorit. They're asking the questions. They're taking it there. Because like I've said, we could have easily sugarcoated this season. They could have ignored it. They could be like, oh my God, Erika, are you okay? They could have played into the lies. I'm going to call them lies, to be honest with you, because I don't believe a word coming out of Erika Jayne Girardi's mouth. I don't. But that's my opinion. That's my opinion. And I was, I love to twerk on the fence. I was really wanting to hear what Erika Jayne Girardi was going to say this season. And based on what we've been hearing, girl, I wouldn't want to turn my back on you. In an elevator. Okay, hold on. Natalia, thank you so much for the super chat. Natalia says, I don't know what everyone is waiting on. Do anybody believe she's going to incriminate herself? She already has. Well, at least in the court of public opinion, she already I need to just leave this picture up for life. Mauricio is such a mood. We need to see the guys more on the show. We really do need to see the guys more on the show because seeing them at the party, seeing them meet up at Kyle's house, it was pleasant to see them, especially when they're speaking sense. And let me tell you this, very much like what Bethenny said on her podcast, I know Mauricio and PK have heard things about Tom Girardi. They're just not saying it. That's why last week PK was able to say very definitively, oh, what Tom is accused of is not alleged. Tom's dementia is alleged. These guys roll in those circles. People talk in California. Let me tell you something about celebrities and famous people and rich people. They love gossip as much as we do. You don't think they're watching these YouTube videos and these recaps and people reporting on these stories? They love it. I mean, I love it too. But they love it even more. And let me tell you something about the law field. Let me tell you something about the law field. Those motherfuckers love to gossip. They love a good gossip. Trust and believe. I've lived. I have many jobs. You'll find out soon. All right. All right. Let me take this off. Let me put Kyle up because I just love this photo. I cannot wait for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. I think we need to have our own reunion. We need to get dressed up. We need to invite guests. We need to have our own conversations. A reunion will be coming, I think, 5 or 6 weeks or something like that? 5 weeks? We're going to talk about it. We're going to continue to talk about it. And we're going to continue to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I just put out a story, alleged story, about Jen Shah's aunt. Remember her aunt that just passed away? The one that we got to see this last episode. However, when I went to go back to watch the last episode, I can't find that scene. Did they take that scene out? Is there drama in Jen's family? Because allegedly she may have stolen money from the aunt and never visited her in the hospital or the rehab. I'm just gonna leave that there. Watch that video. I just posted that right before this live. That's why I was a couple minutes late. Lindsay, thank you so much for the super chat. Lindsay says, PK and Mauricio were saying what I'm sure Sutton X said to her. Yes, they all agree with Sutton, and I hope they stand by her at the reunion. You know they don't stand behind no one besides themselves. I wish they would. Trust and believe, those circles are very small. PK, Mauricio, and Sutton's ex. I know that, especially Sutton's ex, I know that he had to know something or heard something from reliable sources, especially based on what Bethenny's saying. All the way in New York, people knew of what was going on there. Come on. Thank you so much for the super chat. Urge the word. Is Kyle going to make PK and Mauricio tell Erika what they said like she did for Sutton? Right? I wonder if were the husbands even at the reunion. I really hope that they were, because what they're saying now needs to be brought up. Harry Hamlin was very sweet to Erika, but Harry Hamlin is just a sweet man, and he's going to make a hell of a Tom Brokaw, because that little bit that he gave us, Harry Hamlin's a great actor. He's a great actor, and y'all going to stop saying that he got somebody. I'm going to say somebody in Canada, because he's always in Canada. They film a lot of things in Canada, y'all. And he's got to pay off that multi-million-dollar back taxes on his home. Let me see what you guys are saying. PK is going where the money resides. Shirley says, I bet you Erika will fake a panic attack at the reunion. Based on what we're hearing, she does have a breakdown at the reunion, but none of the ladies walk off. And that was from Andy Cohen. Lillian says, so Tom went through the windshield when his car drove off the cliff. He was decapitated for 12 hours. Not decapitated, for 12 hours in a blizzard in Southern California that woke up, put his head on, climbed up, got home, beat. Oh, God. I can't stand y'all. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Wait, the chat's moving too fast. I don't know Harry Hamlin. I don't know nothing about Harry. Oh my goodness, you guys are hilarious. Rebecca, you are so right on the money about Erika's son. Ooh, what did Rebecca say about Erika's son? Hold on. Thank you so much for the super chat. Andy needs to read the room. We don't like Lisa Rinna. Erika is the type to steal your wallet when you go to the bathroom. Garcelle and Sutton are the MVPs. Come through, Lindsay. Come through. All right. We're almost at 300 likes. Let's get to 300 likes. I'm going to drop the call-in link first for our Royal Court members. So if you are a member of the channel and you're a Royal Court member, I'm going to drop the call-in link on the community tab right now. So let me just get that here. We're going to take some callers. No, I have not eaten, but I feel okay. Maybe it was I got one more candy corn. It's giving me strength. All right. Let's get into this. Let me just post this backstage. Hold on, y'all. Oh, sidebar. We reached our goal of over $1,000 for Project Hope, helping those that were affected by Hurricane Ida. Thank you to everyone that donated. Thank you. Just wanted to let you know. Okay. Let's go to the community tab. Let me just post this backstage. Royal Court members, I am posting the backstage link now. I want to hear your thoughts on the latest and greatest episode of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We're almost done, y'all. We're almost done with the season. Then we're going to have, I'm telling you, it has to be a 3-part reunion. Matinee gave us a 1 or 2-part reunion. The story that I posted earlier today, from what we're hearing, Bravo made Andy Cohen ask certain questions immediately. They made him go there. Bravo executives are hearing what we're saying about Andy needs to really ask the questions that need to be answered. I have a feeling it's going to be a good reunion. Okay. We're already at almost 350 likes. Let me post the call-in link for you guys to call in. I'm going to set a timer this time because, again, I take everyone that calls in, even if I don't like you. I'm joking. Hold on, y'all. Let me just post the call-in link. Okay. All right. I already see one of our Royal Court members backstage. Let me just take this. Let me take Kyle off. Here we go. Let's put Erika up. Hold on. I'm going to put Erika up for the callers so you guys can talk to her. Okay. Matter of fact, let me just also remind you guys to follow me on my socials. And don't forget to text me, textkempire.com for more information. You can drop me tea. We can have conversations, all of that. All right. Obi, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Obi?
Hey, Kempire.
Don't sound so excited to be here.
I'm so pissed that I missed the recap of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So if you can do a second recap, yeah, I'm down for it.
Oh, well, you know what I might do? Obi, I'm glad you said that. I might do just for members only. I might do a recap of Salt Lake City.
And maybe of the next episode. Yeah.
Episode. So I think that's what I'll do. I just haven't, I'm trying to figure out the scheduling and everything like that. But yeah, that's a good idea.
So Dorit Kempsey, oh my God. You're just really looking for a moment. Like you're really trying to reach for that moment. But I just
not reach.
I don't see it. You're making this up. It's just ridiculous. Like, can we just stop this? But the wedding gowns were really pretty, though. I have to say that. Those are really pretty wedding gowns.
Yeah, we didn't even get to talk about the party. Mm-hmm. We didn't even get to talk about the party. What did you think of the party? The gowns were beautiful.
Those gowns were really good, I have to say. Like, honestly, I don't used to think America has fashion.
Oh!
Seriously, I hate American fashion for some reason. Like, anyway, let me not speak too much.
It's okay. You can show your opinion.
But those wedding gowns they were lit. I like them. And even so, I want to ask you a question. If you wanted to launch a clothing line, would you want to model the same clothes in your clothing line? Would you want to be a model? I'm just asking.
Maybe. Yeah, why not?
Okay, I just want to know what Kempire thinks about that. So
you didn't like it?
I'm just wondering if that's like a norm or if people would like to do that. Because if I was going to do it, I wouldn't want to model. Like I want to find models to model my clothes.
Yeah, most fashion designers don't wear their own.
Because she basically modeled the whole thing on the website.
Oh, you went to the website?
I was going to ask you, who is this Nectaria person?
I'm not familiar, but I believe she's from Australia. So technically, it's not really an American design.
Oh, okay. So she was the one that helped her. No wonder. Yeah. She was the one that helped her to make the gowns, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's all I think. As for Erika, I mean, why are you lying? Oh my God. Oh, whatever. I'm moving on. You can hang up now. Bye.
Oh, I can hang up. Okay. Thanks, Obi. A voice in the wind. First of all, voice within. You sent me, I think it was like a Cash App or Venmo or something like that. Thank you so much, and thank you for the super chat. Hold on. And shimmy. Next week, her mother's gonna roll over 9 times in a blizzard and walk 15 miles without shoes. Her mother. We reported on her mother this week as well. Her mother's been on social media. Let's get to some more callers because I want to get to everyone tonight. All right, Bernice, what's going on, Bernice?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing, baby?
Well, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Okay, let's go down the road.
Okay. Not down the road.
I'll go down the road. Let me get this right, because I don't want to waste your time. I'm gonna get to the punches and then get off so Sassy can call in and get her turn. Um, when PK, Mauricio, and the two other hens were sitting at the table, and Kyle was telling them the story, and then Dorit took over and we're like, Dorit, you taking too damn long. That's what everybody was saying for the longest. Like, get to the point. And PK is like me. My logic, I'm gonna take it in. I'm like, that don't sound right. That don't make any damn sense. That's a lie. Okay.
Yeah.
We done took all logic in school and whatsoever. And your president, if one part of the thing is a lie, the whole thing is a lie. Everything that came out of Erika's mouth was a damn lie. Because I'm sorry, if my son was in a car accident and his car turned over, she said 3 to 6 times, there's no way in the heck I'm going to be at my friend's house at the spa. I'm going to be at the hospital where my son is at.
Well, she said, according to her, he was
As we were saying, for people who are not lying, they're going to be at the hospital. Your husband had surgery. You going to tell him to fix the ankle instead of the brain? What they do that at? What the? And like, okay, I let that slide. But when Dorit had the nerve to come at Garcelle, she said, well, you've been coming at me. She said, no, I just been saying what you've been saying and checking you. I ain't been coming at you. You say something stupid, I'm going to realize it's stupid. I'm going to tell you, like, you really need to rethink that, what you're saying, because you're not making any sense. But every woman in that place has said, you talk too much. From sitting on down. So let's not go there. Everybody has said that over the years, you talk too much. They did that when they went to Hong Kong and Erika got on her. You talk too dang much. And when somebody said something about her son, she said, you never say anything about my son. And you get all emotional and everything about your son being a police officer, but you didn't show no emotions when you were saying he was in a car accident and the car flipped over 50 million times. That don't make any sense. I'm sorry. It don't make any sense. So, ergo, you're a liar. And for these people to keep lending Wimpy, I pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today, money, and you already know he in debt and he the joke of the law firm. Y'all stupid as heck. Y'all need to send me. I'll put my cash app in Beverly Hills in a minute. Like, y'all need to send me some money. Really?
Bernice, any other thoughts before I let you go?
No, that's about it. Kathy was shady as heck. Not inviting Garcelle. But guess who else wasn't there? Crystal. The wannabe. She wasn't there.
That's true. That's true.
She wasn't there. So Kathy was throwing shade at Crystal too. As long as and with Garcelle, because the wannabe wasn't there. For those who don't know what wannabe is, go look at School Days. You'll know what it is. Okay.
Oh, all right. Bernice, thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, kiddo. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Bye. Guys, don't forget, we have a new episode of my podcast, Kempire Radio, available on all podcast platforms. It's it is titled Erika, talking all things that I don't talk about necessarily on other platforms, where I drop some tea about other hot topics that we don't talk about here. So stay tuned for that. Another new episode will be coming out this week. Let's get in. Oh, wait, hold on. Breezy says, RR commented on the robbery. He may have a police report. Someone else commented last night on my TikTok saying that there was a police report. There can be a police report. Doesn't mean that it's true. It could have happened, but what about all the details of why it happened? So I got to see it first. Once I see it, we'll talk about it. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and we're talking about how much of a liar Erika Jayne is. Let's take some more callers. Let me restart the clock. All right, Christina, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Christina?
Hi, Christine. Oh, hi, Kempire. How are you?
How are you?
I'm all right. That episode gave me a whiplash for sure. Like one of my questions is when they were going after Garcelle, like that was super triggering when she kept on having to say, "It's my feeling, whether you believe it or not." Like that hurt. I was like, you girls are so nice to her at her dinner, and then now you essentially just kind of like run over her.
Yeah.
But anyway, going back a little bit on the Bethenny thing, I missed when you shared the tweet. My main question is this: if Kyle and Rena know, they're gossipy, like what you just said. So it's like, have they never? Okay, putting aside Erika, have they never talked about like how Tom's money is not real? And then if I was such a good friend as Rena claims to be, if I hear something like that about your husband, I will go to you and be like, girl, be careful. Did you know blah, blah, blah? So it all just doesn't check out, because it's like, if you really are a friend, like you're showing on TV now, wouldn't you call her if you hear some rumor about how people are talking about how he owes $500,000, $1 million, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, that's all I had. Oh, and shout out to Rena in the chat. I was trying to do internet sleuth on trying to figure out when the snow happened, and she said it did snow on January 23rd. I couldn't figure it out. I did see that like LA Times had an article about how it snowed on the 25th. Oh. So I was like, oh, well, that's after the fact. But Rena said it did snow. So on the day that it's supposed to be.
Okay.
But anyway, regardless, it still doesn't make no sense. Like the whole thing is still
like the whole situation doesn't make sense.
It's so just convoluted. But have a good night.
You too. Thank you for calling in, Christina. Look, I believe there are parts of that story that are true. But I also believe the way that she told that story, it says to me it was intentional. She's using the show to tell another narrative about who she is, about what the whole situation is. I don't know if she's still in communication with Tom Girardi, but there are signs pointing towards, yeah. NZ Drainage, are you in New Zealand? Thank you for the super chat. It says, come on, Bravo, say goodbye to Lisa Rinna and to Andy Cohen. He has gone tone deaf to his audience, and we need someone in to speak for us, not someone close to the Housewives anymore. Love you from New Zealand, Kempire. Thank you so much. I can't wait to go to New Zealand, but y'all not going to let me in because I'm American right now. And I don't blame you, but I'm vaccinated. Look, but I'm vaccinated. I am, and I got I'm a little sore. I just got my flu shot. I'm not playing, y'all. I'm taking care of myself because nobody else is going to. Gina says, do we count how many times our car rolls? All right. Let me take some more callers. Tatiana, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Tatiana?
Nothing much. How are you?
Are you packing?
Oh, my gosh. I'm looking at 4 big bags. Thank you, Copa Airlines, for your free pet.
Oh.
Look, as long as you're landing in Panama, you get to bring 4 bags up to 50 pounds.
That's incredible. Like, because it's normally 1 or 2, maybe the max. Like South America is like 2.
They let us do 4.
Wow.
And I am in tears because I need American provisions in Panama. But yes, and I got family down there, so they asking for the most.
I was about to say, I know that other part. That's probably why they did it, because they know they want America.
Like third world folks. I literally have to bring a smoked turkey. I kid you not. That's literally all.
If you're Caribbean or what, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah. So let's get down to this. Let's just be honest. Garcelle is Dorit, Lisa, and Kyle's storyline. That's why they keep having problems with her. It's not because they don't understand her. And I think part of that WP has a lot to do with the way they deal with her, but she's their storyline.
Yeah.
And so when Garcelle voices her feelings, they have to jump at it.
Because they have nothing else.
Right. Because if I was long-winded like Dorit, which I've been known to be.
Oh.
my friends would be like, girl, really? And I don't take it as a dig. I'd be like, oh, okay, to make a long story short, this is da-da-da-da, and be done with it. She wants it to be a problem because that way she thinks she's solidifying herself for next season.
Yep.
She has to have a problem.
That's true. I believe that.
And I had commented on your on one of your mini recaps earlier that I want to thank you for saying that PK was the one that was talking about Erika's lies and the orphans, because Dorit won't say nothing without her husband, just like Kyle won't.
Yep.
And because Mauricio really could give 2 F's about these people, he's not saying much, so Kyle is on the fence.
Yeah. I mean, she's normally on the fence.
Well, yeah, we've already discussed that, but you know, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm sick and tired of having to talk about Erika and her alleged felonies and stuff like that. You know, someone's gonna fall down and she gonna have to pay something. She either gonna have to pay in cash or she gonna have to pay in. So.
Oh. Well, speaking of which, I'll just plug, guys. I just posted a video yesterday where Ronald Richards did confirm if there is a judgment, they can garnish her wages.
She gonna purposely quit the housewife so she don't have to pay them. She reeks of like, I don't want to give you this money. So anyway, she gonna pay, either pay it in the front or you pay it in the back. And right now, the way she's acting, she gonna pay not like that. Like it's either you're gonna pay immediately or in the somewhere down the line. That's
I prefer what I was thinking, but okay.
Well, she may have to pay like that too. You know, hey, ain't no telling.
Damn.
I'm just saying, she's going to have to find an actual real benefactor in order to pay these bills, if what allegedly is saying is true. So anyway.
All right.
Thank you. Throw her away.
All right. Thank you for calling in, Tatiana.
All right. Bye. Have a good day.
You too. All right. Hold on. Sass says, do you think in a few years Erika will have a comeback? Hollywood loves a comeback. I mean, look, we didn't know who Erika Jayne was before she was on Housewives. So I don't know. Maybe if she's going to write a book and tell her story, maybe do a documentary. I don't know. I'm not even sure if we're interested because the way she's played this, she doesn't seem so innocent. Thank you, Miss Jade, Missy Jade. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says, hey, from lockdown in Sydney, Erika just tweeted, I win again. Oh my God. What did she win? Oh, let me go to Twitter. I'm constantly doing that, which I'm okay with. I love Twitter. Hold on. Let me just see what Erika Jayne is up to. I don't follow her, y'all. I don't follow her. I didn't see any tweet from her that says that. But this tweet's funny where someone tweeted her, said, I called Shakers, the strip joint where she used to work. They're hiring. She retweeted. She said, tell your mom congratulations. What is wrong with her? Okay. All right. We're going to take some more callers. All right. Barbara Schneider, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment.
Hi, Kempire.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm new to your channel, but...
Wait. Barbara, do me a favor. I hear myself in the background. Can you turn off your computer or whatever you're listening on? And then I'll bring you back up.
Okay.
Oh. Barbara, try fixing that, and then I'll bring you back up. Effie, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on?
Hi, Kempire. I absolutely love you. I think you are so incredible. I'm new to your channel. Actually just discovered you about 2 weeks ago. Loving your reviews. So genuine and authentic. Wanted to touch upon Garcelle for a second. I think that the way that the women are gaslighting her is actually really bad for their reputations. I think it does not speak to, the spirit of sisterhood, which, to be honest with you, these women, they are forced to spend a lot of time together and they should be building a bond, and they do ostracize and leave Garcelle out, and the only person that has her back is Sutton. I think Erika Jayne is a liar. I actually super chatted you earlier. I do believe that she's the type of person to steal your wallet when you go to the bathroom. And he needs to read the room. We, the audience, we, the people, do not like Lisa Rinna. We've consistently expressed that over the last 2 or 3 seasons. And I do think there needs to be a cast shakeup. Bring back LVP. Bring back Denise. I do think that Garcelle and Sutton need more allies. Kyle is two-faced, and Dorit is the fakest person in the room. I think that she's secretly jealous of Garcelle because Garcelle also speaks 3 languages. Garcelle is also a child of the world, if you really want to be honest. And Garcelle is beautiful and humble without even trying. I think that, a lot of Dorit's style and fashion, I think secretly she wishes that she was Garcelle. She just mentioned that she was Moroccan this season. She just mentioned that she was, Israeli this season. I think it's because she wanted to be, the exotic one on the cast. And you actually have people like Garcelle, who is naturally beautiful, naturally exotic, and I think she's threatened by that. Anyway, continue doing what you're doing. Love you, and we'll continue to support. Bye.
Thank you so much, and I love your commentary. Thank you for calling in.
No problem. Have a good evening.
You too. All right. Mafi Martinez? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize, y'all. Thank you for these welcome distractions in this chaotic in these chaotic times and the Housewives tea. Thank you. I appreciate that. Look, that's the thing. When people get so emphatic about some of the Housewives and reality shows, I'm like, guys, this is supposed to be fun for us. Yes, there are some heavy topics like this particular city that we're dealing with the victims, the orphans, the people that still have not been paid the money that they're owed. It gets heavy with those particular things, but there are other light, fun moments like this one that I'd love to just, highlight because everyone needs a little laughter and a little break in between. Tatiana, thank you so much for the super chat. Tatiana says there's a former client of Tom that said her lawsuit may be the reason why Erika is on the show. Tom messed up her case to get Erika on the show. I did read a story about that. There's just so much that's going to continue to come out about Tom Girardi because this has been going on from what we hear for 40 plus years. And he's gotten away with it. All right, let's take some more callers. I'm going to just take these last 3 callers. I'm taking 3 more callers and then we're going to wrap it up because y'all know what time it is. Dinner time. Okay, Miki, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Miki? Miki?
Hi, Kempire.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Yeah, good. Erika Jayne, Erika Girardi, Erika. I feel like she needs to stop with the involuntary stories. When she sat down with Kyle and told that fake ass story about Tom getting burglarized and her son was in a car accident, it's just like, girl, we didn't ask you for that. You look stupid. You know what I mean? Like, for real though, like, who asked you? Kyle wasn't even, you know what I mean? She was just saying, oh, how's everything going? And then all of a sudden, it's like, you know what I mean? It makes it so hard to have sympathy for her,
Yeah.
It was so like, girl, I don't know. I really don't know Kempire. And honestly speaking, Rinna, I don't know what she has on her. I don't know what she has on Erika. I don't know because I mean the rumors are she invested in Rinna Beauty, or she's hiding money
which Rinna has denied.
for her and stuff like.
Rinna has denied that.
Yeah, I mean this is allegedly. And even on Watch What Happens Live, she's saying, well, yeah, she called me and, that night. It's like, girl, you were crying when Garcelle mentioned, oh, she still talks to Tom. But then you're talking about your son and you're just like, oh, yeah, he got into a car accident. Like, girl, that's your son. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I feel like Kyle and Dorit, they're not buying any of this. And that's why Dorit, she was looking at PK like, oh, so are you saying that she's lying? Like, she wanted him to say it. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't want to be the one to say it. Dorit wanted PK to be like, oh, you think she's lying? And he was just like, listen, she's been controlled for 20 years and she's still being controlled. And even Kyle was just like, when he brought it up at the dinner, he was just like, she was like, you know what? If you want to bring it up, be my guest. I'm not going to say anything. And that's why I feel like they're so fake. You know, they just want to pretend like they're supporting her in real life. You can tell, like, they were all laughing at her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're all laughing at her. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to feel bad for her. I think this reunion is going to be one for the books. I cannot wait. But Erika Jayne, she's really full of it. She's full of it.
Miki, we appreciate you calling in.
Thank you, Kempire.
Bye. All right, Lost Love. I'm just taking. Wait, hold on. I'm just taking. Oh wait, now I'm gonna get Barbara Snyder because she called in before. Barbara, I'm gonna bring you up.
Hear me?
Yes.
Is it better?
Better. I don't hear any feedback. Here we
Okay.
go.
I'm looking at you on television now on my laptop. I love your show, Kempire.
Thank you.
You are so honest, and so when you're wrong, you say you're wrong. So I love it.
Thank you.
I love the recast. Erika J, stop typing. Banish them fingers up.
I agree.
Just stop. Just stop. And the victims. I feel sorry for the victims, and she's never said yet the victims. So I agree with you, Kempire. And that's it. But I love, anytime you come live, I got my notification. So keep up the good work. I love you.
Thank you so much, Barbara. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye. Curvy Queen, I saw Mr. Kemp, are you going to report on Wendy Williams today? I did. It's available right now on my page. I just did an update on the Wendy Williams story. Wendy Williams, apparently, according to this report, according to The Sun, was taken in for psychiatric services on Wednesday morning. And then we got that post from her official Instagram saying that they're going to be pushing back the premiere date for the Wendy Williams show due to a breakthrough case of COVID-19. Now people are saying that things aren't adding up. All we can do is just send love and prayers to Wendy Williams right now. Not sure what's going on there. Let's take these last two callers, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. This is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We're going to take these last two calls, and then we're going to call it a day. If you haven't liked the video already, like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And if you like daily and consistent content, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. All right. Lost Love, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Lost Love?
Hey, Kempire.
How are you?
Oh, wait, I can't hear you.
Testing. Can you hear me now?
What did I do wrong?
I don't know. I can hear you. I'm going to drop you.
You know what? Take the next caller and then take me last. I'm good.
Okay. All right, man. Lost Love, just drop out. Yes. Okay, Megan, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire. My God, long time no see. You can hear me, right? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Because, audio issues people are having. So I didn't know if you can hear me.
StreamYard.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Just really quickly, someone said, would Erika be able to make a comeback? I feel like no. And I'll tell you why, because I was thinking to myself, okay, who's been through this? Obviously, Teresa. Jen Shaw is going through it now. Both of those people are larger than life characters, right? Teresa, they make New Jersey around Teresa. They film it. I mean, she is the show. Come on. Like she makes that show when she's like this larger than life character. Jen Shaw, I mean, we can debate on whether she is the show or not, but she's a larger than life character. Erika Jayne is not. Even when she is in her persona, she's boring. So it's like, I don't think maybe she could come back, but I'm like, I don't think she could, because it's like, you were never the show. You were never Elisa Vanderpump. You were never Kyle. Like, you were kind of always to the side. So I don't know if she could come back. And just lastly, I don't know. I really am just hoping Garcelle, like, they do not try to do to Denise what they do not try to do to Garcelle what they did to Denise. Last season, her crying in the next episode trailer really triggered me. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, I know that Garcelle is authentic 100%, and these ladies are not. And they will try to poke and prod and exploit any little thing out of you just to get a moment. And I really hope that like her and Sutton are the Wonder Twins at the reunion, and they do not try to let them do what they did to Denise, because it's enough. So, and yeah, that's all I had to say.
Thank
Bye.
you, Megan.
Enjoy your
dinner. And you did it under 2 minutes. Thank you. Have a good night. I love it. I love it. I'm so glad that Megan brought that up, because that is the preview for next week's episode where Garcelle's crying because she feels like she's being left out of the group. That's her feelings. And look, we could debate back and forth, but remember, what we're watching is an edited version of what's actually filmed. I do believe that they treat Garcelle very differently and do leave her out, because we've seen them do it. We've seen them do it. That's why they call themselves the Fox Force 5, which is so stupid. They can't even come up with a good name. Protect Garcelle. Garcelle needs another season because Garcelle is entertaining. I've said it multiple times. She doesn't even have a storyline, and she's still very entertaining. She's still very engaging. Garcelle has multiple jobs. But I want to see Garcelle get married. I want to see Garcelle fall in love. I want to see all of that. For whatever Garcelle wants, I want Garcelle to have. But Garcelle, as everyone was saying last night in our TikTok live, don't give those women your tears. They'll take those tears and use them against you. But I get where her tears are coming from, because her experience being left out is very different than the experience of a Crystal on the show. And if you're a Black woman, you know what I'm saying. And I hope they get into that next week on why her experience is feeling very different. And I'm glad that they're doing this. This is why we need diversity on these shows, so that people can understand where a woman like Garcelle is coming from. And the same goes for Crystal. We need someone like Crystal on the show so you can understand where she's coming from and why she's the way that she is. I'm excited about what else is going to happen for the rest of the season. This is going to be episode 18 that's coming up. I don't know how many episodes. I don't know if they have 20 episodes. I know this has to be a 3-part reunion. I'm excited about it. Shout out to our replay crew. Let me know your thoughts on the latest episode, your favorite moment, some of the things that we said or the caller said. But as always, be respectful of each other. Let's have a good time in the comment section. And I am not here to police grown folks. So if you say something, there's backlash, either delete it or hold your head. Just saying. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to everyone that called in. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Shout out to everyone that's a part of the conversation every single week. We recap the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm excited to recap the next couple of episodes. And of course, the reunion. Don't forget, you don't just get the Real Housewives here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. You get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more, including a new Jen Shaw story that I just posted before this live, and an update on Wendy Williams allegedly calling for psychiatric services at her home. Someone actually sent me some more details on that particular story that I posted. And it sounds like what they're saying, her team at her talk show, it's a way of making it look okay. We need to send good energy to Wendy Williams, no matter what might be going on. I don't think it's necessarily what they're saying. All right, let me just get the super chat and hold on. Jesus, thank you so much for the super chat. Jesus says, we about to fight if they come for Garcelle and they make it an LVP 2.0. Yeah, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. Guys, drop your elephants and your crowns in the chat. Let me know how you rate this episode from 1 to 10 first of all, in the comment section for the replay crew and in the chat. From 1 to 10, what would you rate this latest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Shout out again to my mods. I could not do this live show with we had like over 1,000 people at one point watching. I appreciate my mods. I appreciate our Royal Court members and our Team Kempire members. Guys, for more information on how you can become a member, head on over to teamkempire.com. Join our texting group at textkempire.com. And don't forget, a new episode of my podcast is now available. I dropped specifically certain information in the podcast because I want to make that special for us. That's our one-on-one time. And I also have a new episode coming up later this week. So stay tuned for that. And I have some more Girardi stuff to do with you guys. I'm not going to say what it is, but we have to do another special expedition. Stay tuned. Let me see what you guys are saying. 7, Marcus. Marcus, that was very specific. Okay, 9. Yes, Jesus. 100. Wow. 10. All right. I was so late, but still enjoyed. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. So you guys enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. Yes. Well, I appreciate you all. First of all, I appreciate you all calling in and being here for our live conversation. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys later. Let me take her off. Let me exit with no Erika Girardi. Okay. Let's play a little something. Yesterday marked 100 days until Christmas Eve. So that means today would be the 100th day until Christmas. Y'all gonna hear this song a lot. I can't wait for Christmas. Wait. We should do, you know how Ellen used to do her 12 days of Christmas? We should do 12. This is an announcement to the 700 and something people that are watching. We should do 12 days of Christmas where we give away things for 12 days. We're doing it. We're doing it. All right, guys. Let's get out of here.